If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. This is a warning about 4th of July and 4th of July weekend in particular. This has nothing to do with you needing to fear anything occurring. All you really need to fear, what do they say, is fear itself? Well, all you really need to fear is the propaganda itself, because this 4th of July is looking like it is going to be absolutely filled with more propaganda than we've ever seen, maybe in the history of our lives on one day. Now, we have two things going on at the same time. Predictive programming is already showing us from local news affiliates in every single state in this country that they are warning about a massive outbreak and a spike in the outbreak numbers because of nobody social distancing on the 4th. This couldn't be more likely to happen than anything else. I mean, this is very, very obvious that it's going to happen, right? We know that on Memorial Day, they did the same crap. They said, we're going to ease up, right? And then, oh, look what happened when we eased up. The stories that you hear coming out all over the mainstream media are the same. All these other countries have gotten better and America hasn't, because America hasn't listened to the rules and the restrictions. And this is going to be another perfect example, because they're going to say people went to see fireworks, people went to their friend's house to grill and barbecue, people went to the beach, people went swimming, and they're going to come out probably Sunday or Monday and say there's been a massive spike. No idea how they get these test results, because nobody even knows anywhere you can get tested. But they'll come out and they'll tell you this, and the zombies will eat it up. And they'll say because of this, there's probably going to be another rule put in place, which is probably more mandatory masks and more pullbacks on the opening of small businesses and things like that. Because this is how they're treating Americans. They want to blame you for this and your behavior. Spoiled Americans, not obeying the government, not obeying Big Brother. So Big Brother needs to come in and tell you how to live. Big Brother needs to come in and make you take your shot, because you can't be trusted or relied upon to protect anyone else, right? That's part of how the mind control works. And the stories are all over the place. Number two, obviously it'd be perfectly fitting with the 4th of July to have some other major major type of rioting event occur where more statues and things are torn down, and more, just more of the crazy stuff that we've seen going on. Now, there's already rumors that there's going to be a big demonstration in Gettysburg, PA, which makes sense for this entire psyop. That in Gettysburg, what they're going to do is they're going to, have a ritual where they burn the flag, where they protest, American history, and it's going to be a whites and blacks uniting against everything that's occurred, the history of the country that's occurred, right? And what better day to go after than the 4th of July? Because remember, they want to eliminate American history. Now, we know American history in itself is fake, so it's not about that. We shouldn't be sitting here applauding it, okay? I get it when it comes to statues like Pikes going down, that they should never be up in the first place. And, it's great that it goes down, but it doesn't change or do anything. Because all this is moving towards is a one world order, a one world flag that'll be saluted. The destruction of countries' histories of oppression against certain people. That's all that this is about. And this is a psyop that has been in the works for probably since the advent of the television, right? Since they've been pumping it through TV, through movies, about oppression and all this other stuff. And look, I'm not saying it doesn't occur. I'm not saying it hasn't occurred. I'm telling you what the bigger goal is. They don't care about your skin color. They don't care what color you are. They don't care what you've gone through. This is about tricking everyone into wanting this togetherness, this one movement. And if you don't believe me, go back to my channel from 4 years ago, because these are the videos that I was doing over and over again, talking about trigger words like love and one and together. And now look how all of these things are mixing in. All these movements right now are about we're all in this together. We're all in this as one. Love wins, right? We could do this together with love and cooperation with each other. Hatred and bigotry it's not about having a difference of opinion. It's if you don't believe in the Luciferian doctrine, you're a bigot and a hateful person. And that's an attack in itself on Christianity. So this 4th of July weekend, you can expect some type of fireworks, literally. Now, it could be one or the other. It could be both. I'd be shocked if it's not both. I'd be obviously shocked if it's neither. This isn't me making some type of prediction out on the limb here, okay? I mean, anybody with common sense would think, well, this is a perfect time to do it. Most people are going to be at home, right? They'll probably have the TV on watching fireworks on the TV, pretending like it's, 1970 or something, and they're watching the fireworks in real time. And then they're going to cut to news breaks and, there's protests and riots. Gettysburg is being set up. Who knows? Who knows what they have planned? But Antifa, all of these paid for programs have something planned in place. Okay. And there's going to be something that's going to happen that's going to continue to put a slight and a black eye on history. And again, we all know that the history of this country is fake anyway, but it's about getting people to want a new country, a one world, and everyone to unite as one and to forget this division amongst countries and become, the global citizens that they want everyone to be, which is what the New World Order is about. Now, again, don't forget, on the other hand, what they're going to do here with the C-19, because they're waiting and they're teasing and they're squeezing. And by that, I mean they are pretending, we're going to go back and we're going to give people a little taste of restaurants. You could go out to eat again. Wait a minute. There's been a spike. Come back. No more restaurants are going to open, even though you might have ordered all your produce and everything. We're shutting down. We're going to give you sports back. Wait a minute. Now the sports facilities are having outbreaks. Now we're having the highest spike that we've seen the entire time. Right? None of it making any sense whatsoever, except for their sense. For what they want to do is that they want you to continue to feel this glimmer of hope and then pull it back to bring you back into this depression of being locked up in your home, having nowhere to go, having nothing to do, having to wear a mask. I mean, people have sent me stuff that some of their gyms are reopening up and they have to go work out wearing one of these doctor's masks on their face. That's real healthy. Good luck on the treadmill when you're wearing the doctor's mask and you have a stroke. Who's liable? What do you have to sign a waiver to go in? How unbelievable is that? What are the NBA players going to be wearing masks? The baseball players, the football players? It's a joke, but it's about giving everyone a taste, pulling back, and then making people go, no, I thought it was over. What's it going to take for this to be over? And as they continue to grind people and wear at people, you know what the answer is. We all know what's coming, right? They even tell you it's not over until the vax comes. Gates says it over and over. It's not over until we get it. It's not over until we get one for every human being in the world, and then we can eradicate this and never deal with it again, right? That's the end game. So of course they're going to use a weekend like this, just like they did Memorial Day, and they're going to say, look, Americans didn't obey. They were bad citizens again because they just can't seem to obey the rules. They can't seem to social distance, even though when I go out to the store, I mean, if I am even 3 feet behind somebody, they look at me like, I've stabbed them in the back with something or I've hit them in the back of the head. Everyone's giving each other dirty looks. You pull your mask down for 1 second, they're ready to call the police on you. So people are already on board with it, but they're pretending that, you're not being good Americans. They're showing you, they're showing you pretty much images, stock footage photos from the beach and telling you that, this is what's happening at the beach. Look at these 1,000 people on the beach. Pictures you could find from stock photo sites from years ago. And they're telling you that's what's going on, and everybody's hugging and kissing in the water. And look, it's spreading in the water, even though they told us originally it didn't spread in the water, just like they originally told us we didn't need masks. And now, if you don't have a mask, you're a criminal. And other states like California, they've already put in, fines and stuff in place if you don't wear it. So I wouldn't be surprised out of this weekend when they tell us that there's a spike, because they will. that they try to come out with something that's at least statewide to begin, because they don't want to have Trump play that card right now to make it look like he's weak and he's in on, he's giving in. So certain states, more and more states will come out and make it mandatory, and more businesses will close down. And that's how it works. And if you haven't seen the video I put up on my other channel, which is my old main channel, which hopefully will be my main channel again. I know it's confusing, but it's the channel with the orange background in my logo for the 4th of July. It's a pretty good laugh if you want to check it out. It talks about how proud I am to be an American. So if you haven't seen it, check it out and subscribe to that channel as well as this one. And please make sure you check out my website at callforunuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month, but I think it's worth it. I mean, I'm not just saying that because it's a website, that I run, or, my website. I'm saying it because there's a lot of good information there. People are sharing a lot of good stuff. There's no censorship. And we could talk about these things and not worry about getting thrown off the internet. So if you haven't, please consider joining. If not, I understand. At the very least, you could sign up. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. People have done that. It's no big deal. It's not personal. I get it. And I want to thank the patrons again for helping fund the channel on YouTube. It's because of you this channel continues on. And just keep an eye out. Watch what happens this weekend. Don't be surprised. You can look this stuff up for yourself. I can't post the articles because the algorithm won't let you talk about any of it. Because it reads the words of the article. It's pretty unreal. But they're planning something big in Gettysburg, so they claim, which could be a distraction for something somewhere else. But there's going to be a lot of protests. There's no doubt about that at the very least. A lot of protests, and there's going to be spikes in the outbreak in certain states. They're just using it as another excuse. Everyone's on the beach barbecuing. They didn't obey. Now we have to have government come in and save us because people can't be relied upon in America. And then you have your dictatorship, which we already have because this isn't a republic anyway. But it's just more. Everything is becoming more and more obvious as to what they're doing. And if you can't see it, what can I tell you? Get a cloth and wipe the dirt or the poop out of your eyes because it's going on right in front of our faces. The rebuilding of the Tower of Babel and the one world order. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.